Get your phones out and your ring lights. We about to go live. Come on your phone screen, man. We going.
Welcome back to another episode of the Ty Brady Way. You know, by popular request, we have Mike Brady on the show again. And some people asked, you know, they would like to hear some stories, and I don't know, good, bad, and different. But, you know, I told Whitney and Mike, I said, hey, you know, we'll publish this the week of my birthday. My birthday's coming up. I won't tell you how old I am, but, you know.
22.
Yeah, 22 and getting younger. But, you know, Mike, we have 8 sisters and 2 brothers, right? And for me, I have 7 older sisters. You have, 7 younger sisters, right? That's how that works? 7 younger sisters?
1 older.
Yeah, 1 older, so 7 younger. Well, let's get into it. So tell the folks the story about, you you wanting a brother and how that came to be.
Did I want a brother?
I don't know. Well, you don't know if you did or didn't, but yeah.
Yeah, a long time waiting. So I remember when we were always waiting, you go through all those kids. And of course, back then you didn't have fraternity stuff. So you didn't know, like you do now, you're 2 months in and you know what you're having and how many and all that. So, but I still remember Dad had to travel like 4 hours from Vernal back to Utah Valley when you were born, and then you were premature, and so it's a little bit of a beefy. But tell me, I finally had a brother. Like after 13 years of waiting and all these sisters, I got a brother. So I was excited about it. And
yeah,
they didn't hang out much, but
no,
you were here, survived your preemie experience, and so that was exciting once he was here.
So you're pretty much out of the house, when I was born. I remember moving to the house in Riverton, and what as crazy it was is I remember my 2-year-old birthday, and one of my sisters, it may have been Cheval, asked me a question. She's like, "Are you excited for your birthday?" And back then, Mom used to make a lot of stuff, a lot of suckers, and I remember either helping make suckers or the suckers were already made. And I just remember that round sucker, at the house.
Yeah, the suckers. I wasn't there.
No.
Your 2-year birthday, because I would have been out in Vernal playing football. But, you moved that much.
Well, Dad was in Vernal teaching school, right?
Yep.
And then he got
construction and wood shop.
Yeah, then you got a job here in Salt Lake.
Yep.
So then you stayed in Vernal for a year? Or what did you? I don't know the story.
It's about 8 months.
You stayed there?
Yeah, so you guys moved to Riverton May, June.
Uh-huh.
And I had already committed to play football out there. So the idea was I'd stay out there and play football.
Yeah.
And I would be out there through December.
Okay.
Get a semester of football season and then come back and then go back out again in May the next year to play.
Did you just stay with a friend?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just had our next door neighbor actually for a while.
Oh, wow.
Was there, and I just stayed there with his parents, and it was his older sister and then brother, so they just had the one kid in a 3-bedroom house. They had plenty of room for me, and so
I had no idea.
I just hung out up there, and I'd come back every other weekend or once a month. Take the Greyhound bus and come visit, and
by yourself.
Go back out there. Yeah,
that is one thing.
Mom was 15.
One thing Mom has to teach is self-reliance, right?
Yep.
She's like, you figure it out.
You figure it out. You gotta do it on your own.
How many times I was abandoned at the school for hours and hours and hours, or walking home, or not abandoned, but I say abandoned because she's like, "I'll come get you," and then when she didn't show up, like 20 minutes, I realized I'm walking. I'm getting a ride.
You're hoofing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Same token, she'd defend you.
Oh yeah.
So
I did make it home. Well, I was back in the day when you'd leave you get out in the morning.
It was safe to walk.
Yeah, well,
it took you 3 hours. You could still walk.
Yeah, or you somebody gave you a ride, or it was wow.
Fun stuff.
So you get a little brother. You weren't really. I mean, you were quite a bit older, not quite a bit older, but you're older. So and then you got married shortly after that, right? Well, 5 years later, 6 years later. I mean, I say shortly because people usually wait now these days, but
it's quite a while.
Yeah, you got married. And then I didn't remember this, but you reminded me. Devin and I were the best man at the wedding, and
yep,
that was
still pretty funny. My wife still talks about it. She's like, "Okay," she had no idea what she was getting into. I tease her all the time. I'm like, I had to import from California, so nobody knew who I was. for one thing, and then bringing her to meet the family was just like, I mean, she's second oldest of 4, so she's used to being quiet. Take her into a house with 10 plus kids.
Yes.
Well, it would have been 9 of you at home, all the way down to, I think Devin was like 5.
Yeah.
Because you would have been, I figured out, 8 or 9. So yeah.
I tell people,
Chevelle was there with the 2 cousins too, so it was quite a crew. He's like, yeah. She goes, I go home and these kids are jumping on my lap, and I'm like, what the heck?
Well, we enjoyed company, that's for sure. And it was one of those things where it was I had to fight for my food. No, I didn't have to fight for my food, but lots of leftovers with my food, and then not only with leftovers of food, but just loud. Like we're loud. I'm loud. And,
oh yeah.
I don't know how to tone it down, and my tone always gets
had to compete.
Trouble. Yeah. You're part. You're part of your environment.
Product of your environment. Yep.
But I love every bit about it. What are some things you remember? Growing up with having younger siblings. Younger brother was little. I remember you taking me fishing all the time.
Oh yeah.
I mean those.
Well, Dad'd take us too, but let's see. Before you, right? The girls would pick on me.
Oh wow!
I'd cause some trouble, and they'd gang up on me, and 6-on-1. Torture, had to do that. So finally, you got there, and I'm like, oh, I got some chances, right? Yeah, it didn't work. They still won.
Oh yeah.
But now we kind of, tongue in cheek. They tease me all the time that I'm kind of the favorite, followed by Ty.
Oh, you are
just because I'm the oldest.
You are,
but they like us. It's great. I mean, sisters are great. Ty's great. But I mean, we had more of a relationship of almost like, I mean, we grew up with 11 kids, and Dad not making a lot of money, right? It was just like once I started working and you started working, and we kind of all did it, right? We just kind of helped each other. Yeah. So, to bring home dinner, that kind of stuff. But I mean, even the payback, right? So, building my house.
Yeah.
I got you and Devin out there on my house, on the roof, laying shingles. He's like, you would have been, probably 13. Devin would have been like 9, 10.
Yeah.
We'd lay out a roll. We go. They practiced on the back, and the back shingles kind of went like the wavy. Luckily, it's 2 stories up, and you can't see it from the back.
Yeah.
By the time they got the front, they had it down. It's just like down. So, still, all my neighbors losing shingles in the wind. I didn't. I think Ty and Devin used way more nails than they needed to, just because it was fun for them to drive them.
Oh, it was great as a kid. It was, everyone wants to hit a nail and hit a nail and a hammer. And
I think I paid you really well too, like $150 each for the whole thing.
I don't remember. I just remembered I don't think they have them anymore. Barbecues had that barbecue sandwich,
Uh-huh.
And I think that was good enough.
I fed you.
No, that was great.
Yeah, we'd stop by and get the
barbecue
dollar burgers or the Arby roast beef.
Yeah,
with the Arby sauce.
One of
Snapples.
Two things I remember from that house, though, that build job or that deal is it was when we backfilled that house and we were doing it by hand in a wheelbarrow. I remember that. Like, this is crazy. And then you flagged the guy down that was doing the development, and he came to help us out. But in the meantime, he blew a tire. He ran the tire.
He ran the tire into one of the ties on the basement, and then I ended up paying him like $1,000.
Oh, did you?
I did. I renegotiated with the developer because it didn't have it in the contract. So I paid him. I wasn't that much, maybe $700-800.
Oh, you paid him to help?
I finally did. Yeah, once he got it all.
Oh, I didn't.
For the dirt.
I did not know, but I remember that, and I remember when you burned your butt. Oh, like when we were drilling the hole in the foundation.
The generator.
Yes.
Generator exhaust got hot, and I backed right into it. And
yeah. It bubbled up. Right
at the crack.
Yeah, oh,
geez, we're dead.
Those are things I'm like, oh my goodness. And then the other one I remember building the house is the nail gun. Whose hand did it go through? Dad's or yours?
Mm-hmm.
Someone got a nail. Maybe his dad.
Yeah, wasn't too bad, but
it was those 3 things that I remember build the house.
What are you doing with the 9-year-old and the 13-year-old and running a nail gun? Penny nail gun shooting.
Dad just
he just let us go.
Yeah, that was it.
Like, here you go.
Yeah,
good luck with it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised the house is still standing.
That's doing great.
No, it is. Well, a lot of labor, a lot of helping each other out. You know, there's growing up as a kid, what are some stories, you know, that you remember, you know, that I don't remember?
Remember your first big wheel?
No, I do not.
I was wanted one as a kid, never got it. So once I started working, I bought you a
big
wheel.
I remember riding it down the stairs.
Yeah.
I do remember that. I don't remember getting it.
The adventure.
Yes.
Again, you would have been maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah. They don't have big wheels anymore, do they?
I don't know.
There was like a three wheel.
I wanted the green machine, but I didn't have the budget for the green machine with the levers. The big wheels. Best we could do.
I remember having a blast.
Making my $3 an hour.
Yeah. Well, it was a lot back then, right?
Not really, but for me it was.
I remember back in the day when we would make a slide out of the stairs. You know,
all the time.
We would throw all the blankets, everything we could, and make a slide. I had a blast doing that. Another thing I remember as a kid is Dad bringing home the cardboard boxes, and we would spend hours making forts.
Oh, yeah.
Forts and forts.
Or that and blankets in the living room.
Yeah.
There at the house. Yeah.
It was like it's not like that today. I mean, today kids have iPads and all these devices to keep them entertained, but we kept ourselves entertained.
We had to.
Yeah. Do you remember when Dad brought home those, I don't even know the wire rolls, the extra wire rolls? They used to put wire in, and he built that hut out of it.
Oh, the drums, the plywood drums.
Yeah.
That we stacked up.
Yeah.
Made a fort out of 3 stories high because they were this big and cut some things out of them. Yep.
That was those drums with those wires things. I remember, you know, like he cut a ladder so we get all the way to the top. And then I remember the girls. I can't remember if it was Ternay and Timry that piled up all the sand and convinced one of them to jump off. And,
broke her arm?
No, that was on the tramp.
Oh, okay.
But the one where they flipped off, it must have been Ternay. It must have been Ternay because Timry was always the one trying to convince Ternay into doing stuff.
That's true.
And building those piles up, and she flipped off and just knocked the wind out of her. And we thought she was dead. And then those trauma things as a kid, because yeah. I mean, one of those things got to be 3 feet high, so it's probably 9 feet in the air.
Yeah, it was definitely up there.
We climbed all the way to the top, and we
jump off and whatever it took. Yeah,
that was the trampoline story. That was wild. We used to. I can't remember. We'd play that game to see how far you could bounce them. You know, you
pop them up. Yeah,
and that's when she got her arm. Yeah, we had a tramp for a lot of years.
Yep. I wasn't around that much. We'd come over there on Sundays.
Yeah,
caused trouble.
You did. Any other stories that you could think of growing up as kids? Mom was always big on birthday cake, but that's why I don't eat birthday cake.
Yeah,
I think I got that from Dad.
Ice cream.
Oh yes,
ice cream later.
Yeah,
it was ice cream. It was cake, and the ice cream cake.
Yeah,
but Dad doesn't like the frosting. I still don't.
I don't either.
Like if you want to give me a piece of birthday cake, it's got to be in the middle.
Sure.
And I'll scrape off half the frosting off the top of it. I just don't like it. I'm not one to have the corner with all the sugar.
Mine's the texture. I don't like the texture. Huh. But it seemed like with all the 8 brothers, we always had birthday cake. Seemed like every month there was a birthday. Mm-hmm. There was always something where we're celebrating birthday and then
and always the catering gigs, right?
Oh, yeah.
Mom, you come home and Mama had this nice wedding cake, and she goes, "You can have that bottom." And then when she brings it home, you realize it's just foam. She's decorated. There's no cake. Just the top tiers were cake, and she'd always prank on that stuff.
I think when he said I was going to do this podcast show, I reminded me of my mom ran a reception center for years, and it was a venue where you would go and do weddings. And she used, with all these kids, she used us as labor. And we would do, you mentioned it, tying ribbons and bows, or
flower arrangements, making boutonnieres. Corsages.
The one thing that I remember, the old reception center, because we spent our weekends there.
Every weekend.
It was. Yep. We do a dance hall in the basement on occasion. I remember being a waiter. I remember, doing all these stuff. But the other one I remember is
you get pizza.
What's that?
You get pizza afterwards.
Oh yeah. Or what was left over that was from the catering.
Yeah, if it was something like that, yeah.
If it was worth it. But I remember there was an old fountain in there
Mhm.
And it was
The fiberglass rock.
Oh,
Always needed to be repaired. Always needed a new pump.
it was leaking.
Leaking.
It was just that. But
But it gave that ambiance
Yes, it did.
that they liked back in the
sound.
80s, late 80s, mid 80s.
It also reminded me of the fountain that we had at the house with gold tip.
Same fountain.
Was it the same fountain?
Yep. When she got out of the reception center, we brought that home
And Dad set
and set it outside. Yep. Same problems.
Dad fought it for
Goldfish in it for a while.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that came home just about the time right after I got married, I think.
The old fountain.
Mm-hmm.
But growing up as a kid, being a waiter my mom would be like, go find the cutest girl and ask her to dance. I remember dancing with these older ladies, just getting them off getting the dance party started. Or, learning how to be polite or
how to be, she was big on, number one, you got to introduce yourself, you got to be confident, and you got to, do a lot of stuff. I think that's what kind of makes you successful, as well as myself. Just growing up with that kind of work ethic, that kind of determination I remember I'm a 15-year-old kid, right? And Santa Claus cancels at the school's Christmas party. Well, she goes and gets me a suit and has me do it.
She did?
Yeah.
That's total mom.
I'm like 14 years old and I'm out here. I'm doing a Santa Claus gig, for these teachers for the high school. Wow. At some restaurant. It was fun. I didn't complain, but I don't do it now.
No,
it's not a career.
You're growing a big old beard, right?
But just, whatever we needed, right?
Yeah.
Learn to do with it or do without, and we learned a lot of things.
Yeah.
From both our parents, dad and mom both, because she was certainly she thought out of the box and was creative and had all these avenues and venues. And then my dad was just, our dad was just, I try to work.
Consistent.
Yeah.
Dad was the hardest working man.
And gave you opportunities to work, right?
Yeah. The hardest working man I've known. I remember when I went to the Netherlands, a lot of people may not know this, when I was a foreign exchange student, he got that second job at Domino's to pay for it.
Uh-huh.
And then he did a career at Domino's for over 20 years.
Like 30.
Was it 30?
Yeah.
But, everybody loved him. In fact, a lot of people I
think he started right after we built the house. So 55 to 82, 27 years.
Yeah, and he got an award for being a million-miler driver.
Yeah.
He drove a ton, but he enjoyed it. But as long as I can remember, he worked 2 jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was a side job.
Oh, yeah.
Or a porch deal. I don't know.
Finishing basements.
Yeah. I remember.
Redoing bathrooms.
Did decks. Yeah, he was like, anything.
Anything you need to do. At the roof thing, I keep saying, okay, here's what I need. I need this hole put in here and this vent run through here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 8 years old, and he's got to leave it out.
Yeah.
So, I'm out there all day, busted about 7 drill bits, trying to get through and getting it done. And then, falling off scaffolding when we're shingling and surviving. The stories, you don't tell mom when you get home. But
yeah.
So we built that house, and then he lost his job and took the job out in Vernal.
Oh, okay.
So then we moved to Vernal.
Vernal was how long?
4 years. 4 years, 2 houses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so the first house, they'd run some electrical wire underneath the wood-burning stove. And you're out Vernal, so that's how you live. The wood-burning stove is how you heated the house. And he got it so hot one night that wire caught on fire and burned a big hole in the wall. So then we moved down the street about 4 blocks right before you were born.
Huh. I thought that was a house in Provo. It was a house in Vernal that caught fire.
Yep.
Okay.
So that one burnt, and then instead of repairing it, they bought another house and sold that one. And we added on to that house, as always, building something to accommodate the kids. Right about the time you were born, was that house.
And then you built the house in Provo.
And then we moved to Riverton. And he basically built that one, because when we moved in, I don't know if you remember, it was like 1,400 square feet, 3 bedrooms on the main floor, and we had to finish that whole upstairs.
I remember helping Dad with all the drywall. I remember, getting in really big trouble when I threw a board with a nail at Devin and got him in that unit. And stitches. Yeah, I remember.
Stepping on nails.
Yeah, I remember that. But that took a while to finish, I remember, because we played upstairs for a while.
Oh yeah,
Like just that we lived there and finished it as that.
had to have been at least 7-8 years.
Was it that long?
Oh yeah,
I don't remember that. Wow.
yeah, maybe no. It was finished by the time I was a senior in high school, so maybe 3 or 4 years. But I mean, it was continually improving, right?
Yeah.
Even the work you did, in the bathrooms when you were moving back there.
Yeah.
So
Always improving.
Yep.
Well, Mike, I thank you for being on the show, talking a little bit about me and memories.
Anyway.
Yeah. Well, one of these days I may change. I changed it a little different, the show title, but just the Ty Brady Show, because it's not just about me; it's about everybody that comes on the show now.
It's called the Mike Brady Show.
There you go.
Yeah. Talk to everything you don't know.
Yes, sir. Yes, a lot of good things. Well, any last thoughts you'd like to leave?
No, just appreciate life. I mean, Ty and I talk about it pretty regularly. We talked about doing the show. It's an opportunity we have to live it, right?
Yeah.
The more people we can touch, the more people we can serve, the more we can help, the more we can learn, the better off we are.
Yeah.
The more we're able to relate to people and handle things and talk to people in a respectful manner.
Yeah.
Enjoy one another's company while we're here. As much as we can.
By the way, I'm still working on that. It's a work in progress.
It always is.
Yes, it is.
Because no matter how hard you try, there's always that one person that rubs you the wrong way, or you rub them the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
With that, sometimes intentionally, sometimes unintentionally. It's just it's a clash, and we got to continue to learn.
I don't think it's ever intentionally. It's just something I do, and then I'm like, dang it, moving on.
Well, stop it.
Yeah, exactly. That is. As always, share, like, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.